Hey, what's up guys, it's Gage from ARG. We're going to be talking about probably the last of at least the notable Dimension of Chaos leaks, and that is the rank 1 Sylvan monster. Now, as always, the card is going to be on the screen for you guys that are watching, but for the people just tuning in to listen, I am going to read it off. We have Sylvan Princessprite. It's a light rank 1 plant type XYZ monster, 1800 attack, 100 defense. It requires 2 level 1 monsters, so it is generic. You can only use each effect of Sylvan Princessprite once per turn. You can detach one XYZ material from this card, excavate the top card of your deck, and if it is a spell or trap card, add it to your hand, and if it's not, send that to the graveyard. Second effect reads, you can send one plant type monster from your hand or face up from your side of the field to the graveyard, except this card. Then target one Sylvan monster in your graveyard, special summon that monster. So this card, I think it has a place, just I don't think it's really belonging in the Sylvan deck, and we'll get to that in a sec, but let's first go by its 2 effects, and let's read those off. For its first effect, where you can detach card and add a spell or trap card if it's excavated off of it, this is pretty unique and pretty cool. It finally gives Mount Sylvania and the ability to stack Sylvan Charity, which you are able to do. You're able to stack the spells and traps well. Now, instead of waiting to just draw into it next turn, we're able to actually add it to hand with this, if we have it on board, of course, which that's a really neat interaction. But other than that, it also helps with blind excavations. So if we were to blindly excavate, we didn't stack anything with a Sylvan Charity or Mount Sylvania prior, and we just wanted to get an excavation off to get kind of lucky, I guess. It really does help in the sense where if you do accidentally hit a Miracle Fertilizer or Sword Charge, with any other Sylvan monster would go back to the bottom of the deck, but with Princessprite here, it could go to your hand instead, which is really helpful. So either way, you're going to get some sort of advantage, because if it is a Sylvan monster, you excavated it, so you get the effect off of that. But if it's a spell or trap, you don't really miss out too much, because you're still adding it to hand and you're going to be able to use it. This is, again, especially helpful with Miracle Fertilizer as well as Soul Charge cards that you really don't want to be putting back to the bottom of the deck, because they're nice to have, if you ask me. This also has kind of a place in rank 1 base decks, where if you play, like, say, for instance, the one that I relate to is Mystic Piper. If you make this, since this is generic, and you can excavate one off the top of the deck, this is helpful in getting Mystic Piper to the graveyard. But, if you do hit a spell or trap, it's also really nice to have those, because I'm not exactly sure which rank 1 decks play what kind of spells and traps they play, but I'm sure they're all pretty important, and few and far between, because I know rank 1 decks are really monster heavy. So this is actually a really good addition onto any really generic rank 1 deck. Moving on to the second effect, which is more geared towards the Sylvan archetype. You can send a plant type monster, and then you can special summon a Sylvan from your graveyard. This is kind of a takeoff of Aurea, if you will, where Aurea's you could send one plant type monster from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard, and then stack that number of cards up to its level. This is kind of a takeoff of that, but you get to, of course, special summon a Sylvan monster from the graveyard. This is kind of neat, because it doesn't really require a detached cost, much like Aurea. But you can, you're able to take, like, Hermitries, dead Hermitries in hand, and if you fulfill the requirements of it, if you have any Sylvan monster in the graveyard, like even just a Marshall Leaf, you can pitch a dead Hermitry from your hand and special summon that same Hermitry, which is really helpful. My only issue with it is between the fact that we have discard with Mount Sylvania, plus we want to keep plants just in our hand for stacking with Sylvan Charity and everything. I think the discarding could be a bit much. But for an effect this powerful, it could absolutely be worth it. But even if the effect is that powerful, the thing that really brings it back for me is the summoning condition of this card, and that's kind of the downfall of this card for me, where 2 level 1 monsters isn't really something really accomplishable in Sylvans. We don't have a very wide variety of low-level monsters. When you play Sylvans, when you think of them, you don't think of these low-level monsters. You think of bringing out big cards like Felgrand, Dracosac, Big Eye, all these rank 7s, rank 8s. You don't really think of the rank 1 pool at all. While it is accomplishable with cards such as Cherub Sprout to bring out again Lone Fire Blossom or Spore from the deck, as well as cards like Peacekeeper being an additional level 1 to use, and Princessprite, of course, also having the option of being a level 1 through 8, even though you more likely see it as a level 7 or 8 to combine with Sage Koyas or Hermitries. It is accomplishable. But utilizing the Princessprite, like I said, as a rank 1 isn't really viable. You don't see Peacekeeper in competitive play, and Cherub Sprout never hits the field. And when Cherub Sprout, his effects go off, you normally use Cherub Sprout as well as Peacekeeper if you play Peacekeeper for their excavation effects. And of course, Cherub Sprout gets your 1 or 2 from deck, level 1 or 2, in the form of Spore and Glow Up Bulb. So Glow Up Bulb does have the use to become another level 1 to be usable with this, but it's also a tuner, which it's more commonly used for anyways. And if Spore's in your graveyard, you can't banish anything and bring it out as a level 1. That's just not possible, because anything you banish increases the level. So while it is difficult to accomplish in a Sylvan type deck to really take advantage of its second effect, which actually is very, very good for a Sylvan deck, in a rank 1 base deck, just any other generic rank 1 base deck like Mystic Piper and King Kabio and such, this could prove pretty viable. On top of an 1800 body, that's actually a lot for a rank 1 if you ask me. So while its home may not be Sylvan's in general, it does have a home in any rank 1 base deck, and it is a really neat card. I really like its first effect. It's actually something really unique and really awesome that I like. A little different take on just the classic excavation. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to like the video, thumbs up the video, however express to enjoy the video. If you guys want to read read articles from the top players, buy or sell product, or attend high-level events like Providence this weekend, AlteratiGames.com is your place to go check out. Be sure to like our Facebook fan page and subscribe to our Twitch stream if you haven't already. We are streaming Providence, the Circuit Series in Providence this weekend, so now might be a good time to subscribe. And also, the 25K coming up, that's going to be something big we're streaming. So, might be something to look forward to. But as always, I thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys next time. Gage from ARG, signing out.